Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranch, and
I'm Nora.
that's Nora.
And that's
Flash.
a monster.
Tonight I will be giving you the picks for UFC Vegas 12. I believe that's what they're calling it. These are going to be the early prelim fights. All right. Last week there's a lot of favorites won, I noticed. That's why a lot of handicappers did very well, because picking favorites is kind of easy. But there were a couple. Of course, there were a couple underdogs that came through, but and then there was that draw with Jung Da-un and Smiling Sam Alvey. Sam Alvey should have probably won that. But anyway, last week I went 7-5 overall. Thankfully, I did have a good 4-fight parlay come in with that Tai Tuivasa, Shakra Romanov, Magalev Ankalaev, Magomed Ankalaev. I don't know. Anyway, I did have a parlay come in, so overall, I'm happy for last week. So, if you're new to this show, what I do is I take my favorite sports handicappers
and he puts his handicappers
on the board according to what side they're taking. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's just get into it. How many do I have tonight? Well, I have a couple handicapping teams. That means like fight night picks. That's Matt and Craig. One of them are split. And also I'm using Clint from the odds.com on his show. He does this like a prediction show, and he had a special guest, James Lynch. I've used him before. I call him the professional. James Lynch, also a colleague that works with Clint at odds.com. But anyway, James Lynch was on his show. All the links for these cappers will be in the description. I urge you to definitely check them out. But back anyway, just to say this one more time, I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cappers. If you split up those two teams, there's a total of 9 of them on this program. Okay, first we're going to start out with the bantamweight fights between Miles Johns and Kevin Natividad. What's up, bud? What's up?
Password for Netflix.
Fantastic. Except for the A is a 4. So F4N. Okay. So we have Miles Johns taking on Kevin Natividad. Miles Johns comes in with a professional fight record of 10 wins and 1 loss. He is the decent favorite at -175. These odds are from Bet Online, and they are from earlier today. Today is Tuesday, October 27th. Kevin Natividad, he has a record of 9-1, and he's the underdog at +145. The over-under set at 2.5 rounds. If you think it's going to go over, like to decision pretty much, that's where the handicappers have set to, because it's at -210. If you think it's going to be stopped short of 2.5 rounds, your payout's pretty decent at +170. All right, let's take a look and see what the cappers have to say. This is a good one. The MMA fortune teller. He is taking Miles Johns. MMA fortune teller. I used him once last week, I think. He's good. He's got his show comes out pretty early every week. He's good about that. He happens to live down the road from American Top Team, so he's got access to. There's a lot of fighters. He sees them in Walmart and things like that down in Florida, where he's from. But anyway, he's taking Miles Johns. Okay, now over here, Brandon K. Brandon K is taking Kevin Natividad. Natividad. Can you say that? Kevin Natividad.
Kevin Natividad.
His nickname is Quicksand. Kevin Natividad's nickname is Quicksand. Miles Johns. His name.
That's a weird.
Miles Johns, right? His nickname is Chapo.
That's a weird nickname.
Yeah, well, that's his fight nickname, Chapo, El Chapo. You know.
No.
Well, that's kind of a controversial nickname.
Quicksand is a weird nickname.
Quicksand, yeah. Well, anyway, Brandon K is taking Quicksand, Natividad, Kevin Natividad. Then we have James Lynch. He was on the, like I said, he was on the show with Clint at Die Hard MMA podcast or whatever. He's saying Johns or Chapo by decision. However, Clint is taking Natividad. Now, the way Clint said, he's only taking Natividad because of the value. Clint, he had early line. He had Natividad at plus 170. I don't blame him. That's a good, and he said pretty much is like 50-50. Could go either way, but he's gonna definitely take Natividad purely because of the value. I hear you, Clint. I'm degenerate too. I like that plus money. But he's not. The fight could go either way, but his bet would be where the value is. It's a game. He emphasizes his program channel, whatever you want to call it. It's not just picking the winner. It's gambling. It's like picking the right bets to put your money on. I like it. Love it. Want some more of it. Anyway, okay, so he didn't say how, but he's taking Natividad value. Lock of the night. He is taking Miles John. Lock of the night is a Canadian guy. In his show, I felt bad. His throat was hoarse. He's got some sort of I don't know. He had very hoarse. I don't know. Maybe he was yelling the other night before, but his throat was sore and his voice was going. Anyway, lock of the night. I'm glad you managed to spit out everything. I watched the show. He's taking Miles Johns. Then we have the Fight Night Picks guys. They were split, as I said earlier. Fight Night Picks, Craig is taking Natividad, and Matt from Fight Night Picks is taking Miles Johns. That is one of the rare times they just happen to disagree on their picks. Then we have Leighton from UFC Gambling Addicts. I write UGA. He's saying Kevin Natividad by decision. What Leighton's been doing is now he's, without looking at the odds, he's making his predictions, and he's trying to predict the odds before he sees them. And yeah, sometimes he's on, sometimes he's off. This one he thought it was going to be minus 120, plus 110, or so. He thought it was going to be a little bit closer, but for the most part, he's in line with his prediction anyway. But he's saying Natividad by decision. And for the tiebreaker, we've got eBay's fight predictions, and eBay's is taking Kevin Natividad to win this fight. So there you have it. the majority of the cappers are going with Kevin Quicksand, Natividad, to beat Miles Chapo Johns. I'm gonna, of course, you know me, I'm in agreement with Clint with that value. I'm going with that plus money. It could go either way, so I might as well just make the gamble. And I'm gonna take Natividad. I suppose I'll just take him. Well, I'm taking him because he's the underdog, so I don't really have to say how, but I will say how and try live bet it too. I like that under at plus 170, so I'm going to take it within distance, and that'll be a nice payout if he does it inside the distance. If it goes, it might go to decision also. I don't know. I'm going to look more into it. I don't know the knockout ratio. I have to admit, Fight Night Picks, they have a new format. Fabulous, guys. Matt, Craig, fabulous. They put all the stats. They have scrolled. They have before they just had the fighters and with the front page Tapology stats, pretty much just like age, fighting out of, and like, that stuff. But now they have 3 pages of stats that they scroll through during their talking. One has strike accuracy, takedown accuracy, takedown defense, average fight match time. Oh, I love the knowledge, guys. Thanks. I appreciate it. I love your new format. Anyway, I am taking Kevin Natividad within distance to beat Miles Johns. All right, I'll fill it after. Moving on. Next, we have the women's flyweights fight between Cast Iron Courtney Casey and Zombie Girl Priscilla Cachoeira. Cachoeira is 9-3, and she is the underdog at plus 185. North taking on Cast Iron Courtney Casey. Don't be fooled by the record, but it is 9-8. However, if you look at her 8 losses, they are all to known, not no names, but known women's professional fighters. You know, she lost to Karate Hottie by decision. I'm not going to read them all off. I don't know off the top of my head. But if you look at all her losses, they were against good ranked women. Ranked women, that's key. Priscilla Cachoeira, on the other hand, she almost... eBay said he thinks he got brain damage on that fight where cost that Mario Yamasaki, that ref, he didn't stop it, and it was against Shevchenko, I believe, and yeah, he lost his job because he didn't stop it in time, and eBay thinks that she really took some head damage, but since then she's got a nice victory over Shayna Dobson, so we'll see what happens. Taking Courtney Casey, we've got, well, like I said, Casey is the favorite at minus 220. Coachella, the underdog, plus 185. 2.5 rounds is what the total's set at. If you think it's going to go the distance or over 2.5, minus 275. Yuck. If you think it's going to stop prior to that, plus 215. But remember, this girl, iron chin, or just, she doesn't, she will not get knocked. Like that guy, Yamasaki, he lost his job because she wouldn't get knocked out. Just kept taking the beating. But anyway, let's go. Courtney Casey, fighting out of MMA Lab, Glendale, Arizona. Her boyfriend is Jakar Close. He's also a MMA fighter, so they're probably doing a little grappling pre-breakfast. Who knows? I don't know. But when you have a couple, you got to consider they're probably training even at home, just, their lifestyle is surrounding fight. Even I'm not saying single fighter, like fighters that don't have. I'm just saying I think she has a live-in training partner. It's kind of an advantage. Okay, Courtney Casey. We have MMA fortune teller taking her. He rarely says how, but he's taking her. Clint and James Lynch both taking Courtney Casey. Brandon K.
My monster.
Lock of the night is taking Courtney Casey by submission. He said that's a decent payout because that minus 220 is not a good bet. Fight night picks. Both Matt and Craig are picking Courtney Casey to win. UFC gambling addicts Leighton is saying by decision. And you guys already know eBay's. I told you he thinks Priscilla Cachoeira might have a touch of brain damage from that fight where it wasn't stopped in time. So he's taking Casey by decision. He also said he always chooses female fights to end by decision. But that's not true because I saw him take Holly home by knockout. But anyway, this is a full capper consensus. Really, Nor? Well, she must have went to bed. Anyway, a full capper consensus is when full capper consensus. It's when all the handicappers pick the same side. In this case, everybody is taking Courtney. Oh, past 8. Yeah, it's past her bedtime. That's why she's in bed. Everybody's taking Courtney Casey to beat Priscilla Cachoeira. I can't go against that. I'm gonna have to take Courtney Casey also, and with the rest of the guys, I will take her by. You know what? I might as well make it juicy too. I'm gonna take her by submission, just like my buddy Lock of the Night. Yeah, there you go. Moving on. Next we have, or finally for this show, we have Dustin versus Justin. Dustin Jacoby comes in with a record of 12-5. He's taking on Justin Ladette. Dustin Jacoby, you might know him from Glory Kickboxing. That's like a little fight thing he was in. You missed the whole capper consensus. You did. I'm on my last fight now. But it's all right. There's one more fight. So anyway, Dustin Jacoby comes in at minus 340. Pretty good favorite. Now Justin Ladette, he's 9-3, 1 no contest. Forgot to put that in there. One no contest. Excuse me. He's an underdog at plus 280. Good payout if you got him to win. What else can I say? Justin Ladette does have a 4-inch reach. His nickname is El Blanco. Fighting out of Texas.
It's a flying pen.
And yeah, let's get into see what these handicappers. Let's mark this board up. See what these handicappers are doing. All right, we've got MMA fortune teller. He's taking Jacoby. James Lynch. He's giving Jacoby the edge due to experience. in Glory Kickboxing because he was like a champ over there during that time with victories over some big names too. I don't know, can't quote him. Clint is taking Dustin Jacoby by decision. Brandon K is with the favorite. A lot of people are saying Brandon's always taking underdogs. Well, he's not here. Or here. Oh yeah, he is here. But he's not here either. So that's not always true. Lock of the night is taking Jacoby, second round TKO. Second round finish. Both the guys from Fight Night Picks. They're giving it to him. Also, he's got the edge of experience. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought I had 9 of them, didn't I? Oh, yeah, I did. eBay's. eBay's is taken. And finally, UFC Gambling Addicts, UGA, Layton is taking them by TKO round 1. TKO in the first, meaning a full capper consensus. Do the dance. Oh man, hold on. Now you have to do the dance yourself. The camera fell. Hope wasn't down that long. Huh? Throw some pearls. Go. All right. Tell them what a full capper consensus is again.
A full capper consensus is when all the handicappers pick one side.
That's
and
right.
One team or one person.
That's right. And in this case, all the handicappers are taking Dustin Jacoby to beat Justin El Blanco Ladette. I also am not going to go against them in this situation. I'm taking Dustin to beat Justin. I think he's going to do it. Let's I got a couple of TKO. I'm going to say, yeah, we'll do it inside the distance. Okay. So, to recap. I've got Kevin Natividad. What's his nickname? Quicksand. Kevin Quicksand Natividad to beat Miles Chapo Johns within the distance. Then I have Courtney, or Cast Iron Courtney Casey to win by submission over Priscilla Cachoeira. And finally, I'm giving the victory with another full capper consensus. I'm taking Dustin Jacoby to beat Justin Ladette within distance. That's a give me fight. They were serving Justin Ladette up on a platter. That's what I heard from a couple of different cappers. So there you have it.
Gather the info, place the bets, cash the tickets.
Yes. Gather the info, place the bets, cash the tickets. Okay. I appreciate. Yep. A kitty cat and a monster with his tongue out.
That's supposed to be a tooth or a tongue.
Oh, you got one tooth? One tooth sticking out? It's not even a shark tooth. Looks dull. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to give a thumbs up.
And comment down below. And
You're talking too fast. Simmer down. You're talking like King Crackdown.
subscribe and ring the bell.
Yeah, go ahead. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that. Hit the thumbs up. Feel free to comment.
Leave a like.
Ring the bell.
Comment down below. Leave a like. Cash
Tell
the
'em.
ticket.
Good luck on your bets, and we'll see you next episode.
Good luck on your best.